Hello and welcome back to The Breakfast Show. You are joining me right now, Melissa Penny, live in Pi Radio, sunny Stockport, and we are joined by a very special friend of mine. He goes by the name of Jordan. Say hello.
How are you all doing, people?
I'm sure that they're all right. They don't answer back. It's not an audience thing on radio. So I'm really glad that you came into the studio today, and there's going to be a few people out there that won't quite know who you are, or they definitely will know your face because you're around everywhere, but they might not know your exact name. So give a little bit of a background about who Jordan is.
So I'm Jordan from Stockport. I'm a model, full-time model. I've been on TV. Some of you might have seen me on Love Island. I've modeled for some massive brands as well, including JD, some of them all. So yeah, I'm just here today to tell my story.
Okay, so the reason Jordan is in the studio right now is he has experienced something over the past few years that is crazy, and none of us really want to go through it. I've been through something very, very similar, but that's the story for another day. And I've actually given it its own title called Friends Who Fraud.
Yes, indeed.
Which is crazy. And I think it is a massive subject area that people underestimate, and a lot of people presume that fraud is done by somebody that you never meet, not necessarily somebody that you actually bring into your personal space. So obviously we don't say any names, and I know that it's in the police hands, etc. But just give a quick background about what actually happened to you and what's happened because of that.
So basically, about 3 years ago, I moved in with someone. I thought to believe in my best friend. Turns out he was a completely different person than who I thought he was. Ended up stealing thousands of pounds off me, lied to me several times, and yeah, I just got lost in it, and he stole a lot of money and just got off. So yeah. And
what did he actually do? Did he take out a loan in your name, was it?
Yeah, so he took a loan at my name. He changed all the documents. I wasn't receiving any letters. He also got a phone contract in my name. He wasn't paying bills. He was sending me fraudulent emails saying he's paid bills, and it just got out of hand.
Oh, wow.
And it turns out he just stole at least about £35,000 from me.
That is absolutely crazy. And so also with him is, why do you think that he managed to get away with that with you?
I think he kind of mistook my kindness for weakness, and got in my head and made me believe that he was this person, he was this kind, friendly person, but deep down his whole intention was to steal money from me and manipulate me.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I think as well, since you came out as well talking about it with us all, you know, we used to promote clubs way back in the day. We built a big network at Manchester, and I think with you talking about it, it was shocking to know how many people had been victim of the same person.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like I got so many messages, people like saying the same guy was doing it to him, other stories, like it was crazy. It was madness.
Yeah. And so moving forward, obviously we'll talk a little bit about it. So where are you up to with the whole, you know, police, what's the situation? Because I know it left you with the CCJ, and for any of those people out there that don't know what that means, it means you can't necessarily take any credit out in your name or get a mortgage, etc. It's like a big red marker, isn't it, next to your name?
Yeah, so at the moment now, obviously I've contacted Action Fraud. I've been given a crime reference, and that's pretty much it. I've had to get my own solicitor, fork out more money to try and get this matter down, because at the moment I'm trying to buy my house, and I can't do that with a CCJ. And yes, it's been a nightmare. I
think as well, what's very important to say, and I don't even care, I'm just going to say it, is Action Fraud is not the best process in the world. They actually do nothing. And I don't even know until what point they actually do stuff, because I don't know anybody that's actually dealt with Action Fraud that anything's ever been done. I saw a situation recently over summer where 300 people had been a victim of this one guy, right?
Wow.
And they were putting in big money, big money, like £87,000, etc., like big money, right? And all 300 of them reported him, and nothing was done. Wow. And the reason, they had no reason really. And because he used so many different names, essentially when it's going through the computer's not matching up all the names, so they're not seeing it as like the same person. Okay. So it's crazy.
Didn't know that.
Yeah. So it's like the amount of people that report it with the same name, I think then gets picked out the system, but I'm sure your solicitor will tell you way more accurately than I will.
Definitely.
So moving forward as well, there's going to be a lot of people out there that may have been in a very similar situation, and there might be a lot of young people, especially on Pi, that are listening that might come to a similar thing later in life. So how would you think about advising people to not end up in that situation? Because I know it's hard because she was just being kind and a nice person. I just
say keep your wits about you. Just obviously get to know someone a lot more before you move into them, because as soon as you move in with someone, you become like, it sounds weird, but like a marriage. So you know all your business, you're paying your bills, you know in your bank details, Just make sure you know this person you're moving in with, because otherwise it won't happen to you.
Yeah. I mean, I would even go, because I've seen what's happened to you, I would even go to the basis of seeing their ID.
Yeah.
Like, can I see your ID? And, let's get the bills in your name, or, joint bills on everything. Yeah. I think the second that you start paying a bill on your own, someone's either going to always, owe you, or splitting it is probably easier. So was every bill in your name?
Every bill was in my name, but okay. I was new to paying bills. Like, obviously I used to live at mum's house. I just pay mum every month, but then it got to me paying the bills, and I was new to all of it, and it turned out all the bills were in my name where I thought it was joint. I just got lost in the sauce really, and just didn't think, and was a bit stupid. But like I said, like, you just got to make sure you move in with, and you've got to trust them 100% before you make that commitment.
Yeah, I think as well, like you said, just really knowing who you're going to move in with, but also always be cautious when befriending new people who come from nowhere.
Yes, definitely.
Do you get what I'm saying?
100%.
So there's been a few scenarios that I've seen with my eyes where people have come from nowhere, a different city, no one really knew them. There's actually been a few that I've seen, and a lot of the time, if you can't find any of their friends, any of their family, where did they come from? Why are they being vague? And for those of you that don't know what vague means, it means if they're not really talking in detail about anything private, there's red flags. And even when there's pink flags, like, you can't find any friends of theirs, you can't find any family of theirs, that's a pink flag. Altogether, they make red flags. And just know that your intuition is always going to be right.
I wish I spoke to you before this.
But do you know what the funniest thing is to the listeners out there is I knew him.
Yeah.
I knew him really well as well, or I thought I did. And the thing is that you don't actually have to be a really smart person or a really stupid person to get forwarded. It happens to everybody. I mean, I had 2 55-inch TVs arrive at my mum's and dad's house last year because someone used my name, and it's so crazy, but I wouldn't be too harsh on yourself.
No, I know. You learn from your mistakes. Yeah. That's it.
So I think the moral of the story is anything that is a pink flag when it comes to people's identity makes up to be a red flag.
100%.
And that's on that. Mm-hmm. So anyway, we're going to talk about something a bit more light-hearted now. He was looking at me like, I didn't plan anything for this part. So what's next for Jordan then?
Next for me, hopefully when the restrictions are up, travel a bit more.
I'd love it if you turn around when I'm carrying on putting money on the map.
Money on the map, come on. No. So yeah, I'm creating a business. This business is involving influencers. It's called The Secret Club. It's going to help promote businesses around Manchester, because at the moment everyone's struggling. Restaurants, establishments are all struggling. So it's going to help them go forward in this crisis.
Okay. And then finally, I'm going to ask you another funny question. How does it feel being a twin?
Do you know what?
Is it competitive, especially when you both model? I've never asked this because I know you and him so well.
Do you know what? Like, growing up as a kid, it's always been competitive, but I've always won everything. So, you know what I mean?
You're an idiot.
But now he's coming to shine, and he's smashing life, and I'm proud of him. He's going forward in life, and I'm blessed. I'm blessed to be his brother. Yeah, man, it's good. Who
do you honestly think is the better looking twin?
I'm gonna say Mia. This is just the radio. If it was a live TV, you know what I mean? People will know.
Then the last question, and then I'll let you go. Now I've asked you a few ones that you wasn't ready for. Who's your favourite artist right now?
I'm gonna have to say H. I like H.
Really?
Yeah, because he's from Manny. Like, he's come from nothing.
I didn't expect that, you know.
Yeah, a lot of people think that with me, but I think I like someone's grind. I like someone's hustle. I think the way he's hustled and come from where he's come from, and the work and effort he's putting in now, I just got to put my hands up to him and I just like his hustle. So, yeah,
Love that.
100%.
Love that. And if anybody wants to follow you on social media, what is your
Jordan Adefay.
Jordan Adefay. Okay, and he will be on the Pie Radio story as well very soon. Thanks so much for coming in.
Peace out.